going live right now. Can you shut that door?
Yeah. You start the recording as well.
No. Where am I supposed to do
Go
that?
back to the other one, OBS.
Oh my gosh.
Just
right there?
One. Yeah, and just hit start recording.
Crap.
It's okay. Now back to the other one where you were.
This one?
The red one?
What?
Red.
This?
Yeah. That's where you were.
I'm so confused.
Okay. I'll take the dog again.
Hey guys! Sorry, just me and my computer illiterate self here. Hey Dee Dee, how's it going, girl? Sorry, I'm watching my neighbors out there. Kid, hey, I miss you guys. What is my neighbor doing? Hey Maggie, happy Friday. Yay, it's Friday, I'm so happy. Hey Kim, how's it going, girl? How was everybody's week? Or actually, 2 weeks. Hey Midwestern Mary. Hey Laura, how's it going? I'm great, I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I went to Vegas, I walked 27 miles. Me and my sister, every time we meet in Vegas, we're always like, oh, we're not going to walk that much this time. We're going to take taxis. And this time we actually did take a lot of taxis because we were exhausted. But it was just like, I mean, we don't sleep in. Like, I think the latest we were up when we were there, I think one morning we got up at 7. But, I mean, we got up at 5:30 one morning. We were just like, we get up and we go and go and go. Like, we don't sit around. We don't hang around. And if anybody's been to Vegas and they know about Vegas, you know, to get to your hotel room, you have to walk a freaking mile. So wherever you are on the strip, you know, once you go into the front doors of that resort, you got to walk a mile to get to your room. So, oh my God, we were so exhausted. Like, I was so exhausted, but I can't sleep on the plane. Like, I've never been able to sleep on a plane. So, other than when my husband's flying like a Cessna 4-seater, that I can sleep on. But like a regular jet, no. So like the entire plane coming home, everybody was like sacked out, sound asleep, hungover, I'm sure, or whatever. I was wide awake, sitting there reading, and then I was watching movies on my phone, and yeah, it was crazy. Oh, good. You saw the pictures. Good, good, good. Hey, Darren from Oz. How you doing? My hubby lived in Australia. He loved it there so much. Midwestern Mary. How about, you know what? So, my hubby had to go to Salem on business, like, I don't know, a year ago. You know, of course, I didn't go, and, you know, he came home and he's like, you've got to go. I gotta go. I've never been there. But it would be amazing. Like, I should channel someone from there because, yeah. I mean, I can tell you, I've been called everything in the book, you know. A devil, Satan worshiper. I've been called it all, y'all. So, it is what it is. I've probably read every book that's ever been written about Salem. Yeah. Oh, hey, Stacy. How's it going, girl? I just got my commercial driver's aid license. What do you see about my trucking company I will be working with? Well, I don't usually do readings on my Friday Night Lives. Just have fun, talk to everybody, relax. I mean, I don't see anything negative. I don't feel anything bad, if that's what you mean. But I do think, actually, since you asked, I do think that there's someone there that you're going to clash with. I don't think it's another driver. I think it's more like somebody in the office that you're going to have issues with. So just kind of, all right, let me re-say this, okay? just watch your step, because this person is going to act like they're your friend, but they're really not. So I would just be very cautious to become close to anybody in the office, if that makes sense. Like, just kind of, hey, how was your weekend? And leave it at that, and don't go into anything personal, you know? Yeah. So Stacy, yeah, just kind of like be a little cautious, walk on eggshells, and just try not to get too close right away with anybody, you know? Hey, Laura Whittington, how are you? Kim, okay, so Vegas. I won. Thanks, kid. I did win. Well, okay. So the first day we were there, I won like, I want to say I won like $50 and then $40 and then like $30. Okay. That was like the first day. My sister, unfortunately, wasn't winning squat, which is, it's normally just the opposite. Normally, you know, she's over there winning and I'm over there going, go girl. Because look, I'm the type of person, I'm that person in the casino. I don't care who you are. If you're winning, I'm happy for you. Like, I walked up to like tons of people, you know, and I was like, go, go, go. You know, I was standing there cheering and rooting them on, you know. And this one guy even said, like, this feels very awkward. And I was like, what? You know, but I was also getting a vibe from him, like, maybe he was like, maybe he gambled a little too much. You know what I mean? So, but, yeah. But I'm that one person. Like, if somebody in the casino screams, I'm going to run over and see that you're winning, and I'm going to scream for you and jump around and act like a fool. You know, because at least somebody's winning, right? But anyway, so as time went on, like I won $120 one time. I won I think the most I won was like 160. But it was awesome because what I usually do is, so when I won $120, I immediately take the ticket and I go cash it out at the machine. I cash it out and then I'll put $20 in my gambling pile and the rest of the money I put up. So while I'm there, like, you know, I always have money to spend and have fun. And I came home with, I think, a total of like $360 in my pocket. So, which was awesome. And, you know, I paid for the resort fees, my portion. I paid for eating. I paid for my portion of taxis, and, you know, so that was pretty damn good, you know, because I wasn't expecting to come back with a penny. So, yeah, it was fun. And I still had a budget of like another $500 or $600 I knew was there if I needed it, but I didn't want to dip into it, you know, and I didn't, thankfully. So, yeah, it was awesome. But, oh, good, Stacy. Yeah, just be cautious, Stacy. Right, Darlene. I don't believe they were witches either. I mean, I know that's what they're called, but what they were called. But oh, nice, Dee Dee. Yeah, me and my sister last summer, I flew to her place in Kansas City, and then we drove to. No, 2 years ago, I flew to Kansas City. My sister and I drove to Indiana for a family reunion, and then on the way back we stopped at like a bunch of different casinos. And then last summer flew to Kansas City. We drove to maybe Topeka, Kansas. Was that where we were? I don't know. And we stopped at the casinos on the way back. But let me tell you, my sister, she can gamble. By the last day that I'm in Vegas, I start to get kind of sick of slot machines. So my flight, because of COVID and all the changes, I flew out like 2 hours before my sister did. So she just came to the airport with me. We hung out, chit-chatted, and then I got on my flight, and then, you know, she had time to kill. So she ended up winning like $150 on a slot machine in the airport. I was like, who does that? Nobody wins at the airport. You know what I mean? So I was so happy when she sent me a picture, because she sent me a picture of the slot machine, because you know, she just didn't win that much. Like normally she, you know, wins a lot. She does really well normally. That's what I do, Kim. I actually had like a little leather crossbody and it had a bunch of pockets. So I would put like, whenever I would win, food money in this pocket, I would put gambling in this pocket, I would put, you know, taxi cab money in this pocket. Like I try to keep it in perspective so I know how much I'm spending on everything, because it gets hard if you're not using a, you know, if you're using cash and you're not using like a debit card or credit card, it's hard to keep track, you know? So I always try to like keep track. And I was ready to kick my sister's butt. So the last night we were there, she was like, okay, so her and her friend, when they go to Vegas together, they go to this sushi restaurant that she's like, it's amazing, we have to go. So we called and got a reservation, and our reservation was for like 8:30, which was late for us because, I mean, we're up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and we're going balls to the wall all daggone day. So we get there and we check in, you know, and they're like, oh, if you can wait like another 20 minutes, then I can put you out on the patio. Well, the patio, so it's in the Bellagio casino, and so the patio, to sit there, it's where the dancing water, the dancing fountains are. I posted a video of that on, was it on YouTube and Instagram? I don't know. I posted it though. So we were actually sitting on the balcony eating sushi while that was going on, and I was recording it. But so we go, oh my God, so let me tell you what happens. So we get our seat, we're starving, right, by this point, because by this point it's like 9 o'clock. And we had lunch. We were up early, we had breakfast at like 7 a.m. and then we walked all day and, you know, hit slot machines and shopped, and so then we had lunch at like noon. And here it is like 9 o'clock at night, and we're like, oh my God, I'm starving. Because we had been nonstop, like on the go the whole time. Like we don't sit around, okay? So, okay. So we get our seat, and our seat's like for 4 people, but he's like, oh no, I'm just gonna put you here. And we were like, oh my gosh, thank you, you know, because they're really busy. And that's the other thing. There aren't a lot of restaurants open in Vegas right now. It's so bizarre how many restaurants are still closed. Like Hell's Kitchen is still closed, which is Gordon Ramsay's place. Michael, what's his name? Cola something or another. He has a steak. I mean, there's so many restaurants that are still closed, right? I mean, of course, they have like the quickie restaurants in all the casinos, you know, which we ate at this one that was amazing in the Mirage, by the way. Anyway, so another thing my sister and I do is we order one meal and we split it. So, because we can't get our money's worth, you know what I mean? And then if we're still hungry, we'll have dessert, which, let me tell you, we had some amazing dessert. Oh my God. I thought for sure I'd gain like 20 pounds, but I didn't. I actually lost like a pound or 2. Go figure. But anyway, so, all right. So across from us, so we're out on this balcony, right? And the water show's like right here. We're sitting like right here. And across from us, because of social distancing, is a table for 2 people. So the server, she brings in these 4 guys. And so 2 of them sat across from us at this table for 2. And then across from that, behind us, in a table for 2, okay? And at first I said to my sister, maybe we should move over there to the table for 2, and then they can just take this table for 4. So we thought about doing that, and then they were like, oh no, we're fine. So we were like, okay, whatever. So the 2 guys that are behind us that are with that party, they're all together, there's 4 of them, they're like Middle Eastern or something. They walk over to the table where their other 2 buddies are sitting, and the server's standing there explaining like what the specials are and stuff. And the guy grabbed her on the butt. Oh my God. I said to myself, did you see that? I was like, did you see what he fucking did? Oh, sorry. And she was like, no, what? And I told her, and she's like, you've got to be kidding me. And I'm like, no. And the little girl, she said, excuse you. And then she turned around and like ran back inside, right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill him. Like, I'm going to kill him, you know? And so, trying to calm down. So then he's standing over there. He turns around and starts checking my sister out. And then he's checking me out. And I looked right at him and I said, if you touch my sister, you will go in that water right there. I would have pushed him over into the water. No lie. I was like, do not touch my sister. So I was just like, this is ridiculous. I was like, I need to go talk to the manager because I was so upset. So I went to go talk to the manager. Well, the manager walks outside and like we missed each other. I didn't realize he was the manager. So they said, oh, he's out there. I was like, oh. So I said, sit back down. So he goes over to that table and he's squatting down and he's being, quiet and professional. And then he went to leave and I said, can I talk to you for a second? He came over and he's like, what's going on? And I told him, I said, he blatantly grabbed her on the bottom. I saw it. And he said, really? He said, because my server's just kind of blowing it off like it was an accident. And he said, yeah, and he just said it was just an accident. It was like a miscommunication. I was like, there's no miscommunication. And I showed him exactly how this ASS grabbed her, right? And he was just like, he's like, you know what? I can't stand rich people. That's exactly what he said. And I said, I feel your pain. Because you could tell they were very wealthy. They had, their Italian leather shoes probably cost more than my entire wardrobe, I was so upset though. He talked to me for a long time and he was like, it's okay. She's going to be okay. And I was like, she needs to press charges. I was like, at this point, first you do that to this poor little girl and then you're looking at my sister and then looking at me. Oh no. So I was like, she needs to press charges. So he kind of calmed me down. My sister asked, where the restroom was. So he showed her to the restroom and he went off. So anyway, we ate and they had the most amazing thing there. It sounds disgusting. It was so amazing. It's like, it's sushi with crab meat, avocado and something else. And then it has Pop Rocks in it, right? And you're saying, ew, Pop Rocks, like from the 80s? Pop Rocks, okay? So it's like you eat it and you taste the sushi and it's so good. And then the sushi's gone and the Pop Rocks are in your mouth, right? It's not a dessert. Like, it's just like the other savory sushi, It was amazing. I didn't believe my sister when she said it. I said, hold on, guys. I said, oh, there's no way. That's disgusting. I'm thinking in my mind. I didn't say it to her, but I'm like, that can't be good, It was amazing. And the shrimp tempura was amazing. Oh, my God. That place was amazing. So the bill comes out, and I'm like, I wanted to pay. She wouldn't let me pay. She paid for it, and I was so mad at her. Because it was like so expensive. Like this place was so expensive. But oh my God, it was the best sushi place I've ever eaten in my life. It was just... Anyway, so we get done. Stop at the restroom. And then I get up to the front and I grabbed the little girl and pulled her aside. And I was like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, it was just a misunderstanding. And I said, first of all, it wasn't a misunderstanding. Like, we as women, we apologize for everything. We try to blow everything off. And I said to her, I said, you need to own this. This man did it intentionally. I saw him. I saw what he was doing. I saw how he was looking at you and I saw how he grabbed you. I was like, we apologize too much as women and we try to blow shit like that off. And I'm like, he did it intentionally because you're a gorgeous little girl. She's not little. She's probably 25, but, I was like, oh no, he did it intentionally, I told her, I'm like, it's not too late to go press charges, girl. But she was so sweet, but I just felt so bad for her. Oh, God. Yeah, that's how I am, Marvel. Hey, Marvel ladies. I was just so blown away, I guess is the word. And then when he looks at my sister, I'm like, oh, hell no. And I said, you will go over that railing right there into that water. Trust me, you best believe. Oh, you got married in Vegas, Dee Dee. That's so cool. I love Vegas. Like, I'm so bummed because when we were there, none of the shows were open. We did get tickets to the, at the Mirage, the Siegfried and Roy Dolphin and Tiger and Lion show. We went to that and it was amazing. And, but I get home and then they're like, oh, shows will be starting back in a week or two. And I'm like, of course they are. Of course they are. Because there's like 4 shows that I want to do. Hey, Deb. Hey, Raj. How are you, girl? You know, I wanted to see some shows. When my sister was 14, someone told me I was ugly. My sister and talking about her. I was looking at his face. Aw. No doubt. No doubt. That's just such bullcrap, you know? Oh, so then I fly home. I can't sleep. I get home. All is well. And then I ended up in the emergency room. Yeah, only in my life. Yeah, so I ended up having like this horrible Chiari headache. It was weird. It didn't feel like one of my normal Chiari headaches. Chiari headaches are called brain pressure headaches. And it didn't feel like that. Like it felt like, I kept thinking it was like a sinus infection, but it didn't, I don't know. Anyway, I ended up in the emergency room. It was horrible. I felt like crap. And this doctor comes in and he's like, look, I know you're in so much pain. I'm going to make this easy. So he gave me like Motrin, Tylenol, Benadryl, and then like a steroid and something for nausea. Knocked it out so quick. What's wrong?
Smoky.
Oh, from my...
Open up this door to...
Oh, for my incense, because I have the fan on.
Well, it's getting hot in here. And then tell them
Okay.
about the mirror, maybe, and then...
The mirror? Oh, yeah.
And then Harold.
Okay, you guys, so, sorry, hubby was telling me it's like getting hot in here and smoky. I've got the fan going, but it's the, my incense is burning. So, wow, so true, Kim. Oh my gosh, so my husband reminded me of something. Okay, so we stayed in the Mirage this time, right? I love the Mirage. Like, I really love the Mirage. So, all right, let me explain this, okay? So bear with me, it might take me a second. Okay, so you walk in, and there's a full-length mirror on your left, and then on your right is the door into the bathroom. And then to the right of the door, so as you walk in, to the very far right are 2 doors that are mirrored, and that's like a closet. And then the bathroom's right here. So the closet's here, the entrance is here, the closet's here, the bathroom's here, the full-length mirror's over here, and then it opens up into like a table and 2 beds and all that, right? You've seen one, you've seen a million of them. Okay, so we get in at like 11:30 a.m., okay? We get our, we get our taxi, we get to the Mirage, had this awesome taxi driver, get to the Mirage, we go check in, there was like 2 people in line, so it was like quick. Excuse me. So we go up to our room and walk in our room, everything's great, we ditch our stuff and we're out of there, right? We hit the ground running. So we're gone like all day, and we come back in and they have, okay, so at the Mirage, they put this piece of tape on your door and then on the door frame to show that your room has been cleaned and sterilized because of COVID. Because I don't remember any of the places doing that before. So, open up the door, get in. And, oh, so prior to leaving the room, okay, I was like checking my hair, my makeup and stuff in the mirror, right? Just so I could put the mask on so you couldn't even see my freaking makeup. But anyway, the mirror was fine. Okay, we come back, so we get in the room. We're chilling out, relaxing. I think we even like brought dinner back with us that night, and we ate in the room. And so we're both like, she's laying in her bed, relaxing. We're watching TV. I'm laying in my bed, and we're waiting for the volcano, because the Mirage has the volcano that goes off out front, which I videotaped, and it didn't come out. It was somehow, I don't know, messed up, and I never did. It goes off 3 times a night. So it goes off at 8, 9, and 10 during the week, p.m. So, okay, so we're waiting for that to go. And my sister's like, okay, I just saw something. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought she meant like out the window to the right. And she's like, because we had like this amazing view of the strip. And she's like, right there in that mirror. So this is the full length mirror that as you walk into the room, it's on the left, okay? It's right across from the bathroom door. And I'm like, well, what'd you see? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, that's weird. I didn't think much of it. So we're sitting there and she's like, I just saw something again. And she jumps up, right? And I'm like, what the hell are you seeing? What do you see? She's like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm seeing. So I'm like, okay. I walk over. I'm touching the mirror, trying to see if I get anything. I don't get anything. All right, so fast forward like 20 minutes. I go into the bathroom to pee. And I got like an electrical shock from my head down to my toes. It was the strongest reaction I'd ever had when it came to that type of reaction. So I come out of the bathroom and I'm like, ooh, there's something in here. So, okay, so I go back over and I'm sitting in my bed and we're chit-chatting, right? And I said, oh, let me get out one of my little apps that I have on my phone to where, you know, ghosts can talk through it. You know, I know they work sometimes. Sometimes I wonder how accurate they are. You know what I mean? But, so I said, all right, let me play it. Well, just right away, just all this stuff came up. Like, names and just weird stuff. And it said, like, peace out. I was like, peace out. Okay, so keep in mind, I'm in this bed. The mirror's over here, and my sister's in this bed. So I'm like this with the app. So all of a sudden, I see something. Like something goes by, like above my phone. I was like, what the hell did I just see? So I look again, I see it again. So it was like a mist. It was like a mist, like right about phone level, going in front of this mirror. And I'm just like, what the heck? Well, then I noticed there are fingerprints on the mirror, right? I'm like, that's odd. That's weird. So the fingerprints are like pretty far down, okay? And they're like smaller fingerprints. So it definitely wasn't me or my sister. We have long fingers, you know, like full-size hands, you know what I mean? But they were prints. So I said to my sister, okay, what did I just see? And she's like, see, I told you, right? So not 25 seconds later, all of a sudden I see something go in front of the mirror again. This time it's like 5 foot tall. So I go back over to the mirror. I don't feel anything. I'm like, why am I not feeling this, right? So eventually, oh gosh, here's the other thing. So we did bring our food back to the room because there was like a structured bag with, 2 handles. And we had all the containers sitting in there over by the door so that when we leave the next morning, we could sit it outside so the maid would take it. Well, all of a sudden we're sitting there and it literally sounds like somebody's in that bag, like moving around all that plastic stuff. And I'm like, did you hear that? And she's like, did you hear that? And I'm like, yeah. And so I get up and walk over. Or no, she got up and walked over. I didn't see anything. Yeah, okay. So finally things calmed down and we're like, okay, that was weird, you know. So the next morning, we leave our room at 6 o'clock in the morning and we come back at like, it was probably 6 p.m. And we walk in and again, we see this handprint about halfway down on that mirror. I'm like, that is so freaking weird. So we didn't see anything, right? So we didn't see anything after that. So the last day, hungry ghost, yeah, definitely. Hey, Pat, hey, Teeny. So the next day, we take one of my antibacterial wipes and we wipe down that mirror. We wipe off those fingerprints, right? They never came back. So my sister's downstairs in line to talk to the M Life people. And there's a security guard standing there. So I walked over and I said, I know this is a strange question, but have you ever heard that this hotel's haunted, that the Mirage is haunted? And he was like a really young guy. And he was like, no. He's like, I haven't heard that the Mirage is haunted. He said, but the majority of all the other ones on the strip are haunted, supposedly. And I was like, well, I'm here telling you, the Mirage is haunted. It was just bizarre. Like, I still can't figure out why I wasn't able to, like, feel or sense or know who was there. It was just weird. And then, like, it was gone. So I don't know. It was bizarre. But it was weird. It was very weird. Let me tell you. Trying to think if anything else fun happened. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the second day we were there, me and my sister got up the crack of dawn and we went out on the strip and we walked from the Mirage down to the Cosmopolitan because they have this restaurant there called the Egg Slut. And all these people had done reviews on this place and said it was the best breakfast sandwich they'd ever had. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if it's going to live up to that kind of hype. You know what I mean? Like, I've eaten enough breakfast sandwiches in my life. I was like, I don't know about all that. So we're walking, right? And it's a long walk from the Mirage down to the Cosmopolitan. So we're walking and walking, but we're talking, so we're having fun. We're not really paying too much attention. And then all of a sudden, we hear this commotion behind us, and we turn around and look. So there's two guys on the other side of the strip walking down the street. And then a guy behind us runs across the street and starts beating the crap out of one of the guys. Well, then they somehow end up like in the intersection in between, and there's like no traffic at that time of the morning. And they're like he's beating the crap out of this guy. And I'm just like, what do we do? What do we do? You know? So I was like, I don't know. You know, we're like standing there, and then the other guy broke them up. Right? Okay, so the cab driver from the hotel had said, look, be careful on the strip. There's been a lot of bad stuff going on. And we were like, well, what are you talking about? And he said, well, we've had a stabbing. We've had a couple shootings. It's really scary on the strip right now. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And he's like, no. And I was like, grand. So anyway, you know, and normally my sister and I stay the time we get up until 11 or 12 o'clock at night. We're, you know, walking from this casino to this casino, you know. This time we didn't do that. We made sure when it was dark that we were wherever we were going to be, you know. When we ate at the sushi restaurant the last night, you know, we got back to our room. I mean, we got back to our room late that night, but we were safe. I mean, we weren't being stupid. You know, we were going into the casinos. But so the other thing he told us was people are renting those like handicap carts, right? And he's like, be careful because they'll run you over. And oh my gosh. So we're walking down the strip, and all of a sudden this family of like 7 people, they're coming, they're honking the horn on their little mobile carts. And it's like kids, grown adults, there's 7 of them. All these people. And then we're in the Mirage, and this lady who's maybe 21, maybe, can clearly walk, because I watched her get off the slot machine, walk over and get on her little handicap cart. And then she pulls up on this guy who's walking. And she starts laying on her home. She's like, excuse me. And he's just ignoring her, right? He's just pretending like he doesn't hear her. When you know he does. Because I was standing right there. You could tell he knew that she was there. And she's like, beep, beep. She's like, you need to get out of my way. Holy crap. I mean, she was about to run him over. And he was like, oh, no, you didn't. He was not going to back down to that girl. We almost had a fight there. But they are rude and aggressive now. I mean, you know, and the cab driver was like, it's like that now because people that couldn't usually afford to go to Vegas are now able to afford it because airfare is so cheap, and because the hotels are going for like You know, $20 a night. Some of those resorts are $20 a night. Ugh. So, then the second night we're there, we were in the Mirage, you know, playing the slots, and then we went up to our room at like 10 o'clock. And we were just chilling out, you know, because we were getting up early the next morning. And supposedly, right in front of Hell's Kitchen down the street at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, it's not open, but right in front of there was a shooting. This rapper had a birthday party in the Aria. He had a big, huge birthday party in the Aria. Everybody came outside, and somebody got pissed off at somebody else, and they ended up shooting 2 people. You know, there's been like, I think 3 or 4 shootings, 2 stabbings. There's been like all kinds of crap going down on the strip. So if you plan on going to Vegas, you need to make sure you're inside. It's scary. Like, you know, I've been there tons of times. We've been there when it's packed, wall to wall people, and we've never seen anybody beat the crap out of anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. This virus is making people crazy. That's so damn true. That's the other thing. Our president is at Walter Reed now because of COVID. I guess like they're giving him medications and keeping an eye on him since he's 74. I was like, what? That would be scary if something happened to him. Only because, you know, Pence would have to take over, and I don't know. Yeah, there is a lot more shootings everywhere. I mean, I know it's not, you know, just Vegas. I mean, but it's just sad because Vegas was never like that. You know what I mean? Not that I knew of anyway. I never saw anything bad going down but yeah, it was crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I gotta tell you something else. Oh my God. So I'm in Aldi yesterday, right? In case you're overseas, Aldi's like a grocery store from Germany. Aldi and Lidl. Yeah, so I'm in Aldi, and like every time I turn around, this lady keeps showing up, and she's like next to me. Not a spirit, but an actual woman. And I'm like, okay. And then in my head, I'm like, you know, social distancing. What the heck? It didn't matter. I'm like, so she would show up. I would walk a little bit further, and she was right there again. I'm like, what the heck? Right? As she's coughing through the store, right? She has a mask on. I have a mask on, but she's coughing, right? So anyway, she kept showing up. Well, all of a sudden, I get this spirit coming through. And I'm like, huh, okay. So it's this guy, and he's obviously with this older woman who keeps appearing next to me, coughing in my ear. Oh, you have Aldi. Oh, yay. I didn't know if you guys had Aldi. I love Aldi. So I'm like, okay, the next time I see her, I'm going to say something to her. Well, lo and behold, I'm standing in the can aisle, right? The aisles where the canned veggies are. And, you know, there's like a limit on vegetables, and the canned veggies aren't that plentiful right now. And I don't have a lot of, you know, my deep freezer's full. Like, I don't have a lot of room for frozen veggies. So I'm looking at the canned veggies, and it's like few and far between. Like, there's some stuff here, you know, and I'm really looking, concentrating. All of a sudden, she's right here. So I went, oh, hi. I said, this is going to sound crazy, but, and I said, I have this man coming through in spirit. And she's like, oh, that's Harold. That's Harold, right? I can't do her acting like she does. It's so funny. She's like, yeah, Harold's my husband. He passed. He's always around. I'm like, oh, so you're aware of it? She's like, oh, I talk to him all the time. She's like, oh, yeah, I talk to him all the time. He's always there. I know when he's there. He doesn't answer me back, but I know he's right there. He's always there. You know? Okay, so the one thing I forgot to tell you is not only was she showing up on top of me right next to me the whole daggone time, but she's talking to herself the whole time, right? And she's coughing, right? So she said, oh, yeah, I talk to Harold all the time. So then I figured out she was talking to Harold the whole time. She was in the freaking Aldi, right? Who knew? So, exactly. Harold obviously hangs around a lot. So she goes on to tell me, like, all this stuff about Harold. I wish I could do her accent. It was so... I mean, she ended up being, like, the sweetest, cutest thing ever. I can't remember word for word everything she said, but she was just so cute. Like, so, okay, so, again, so I go over and they have, like, their shaved beef, which is normally, like, $6. They have it for, like, $2 freaking dollars. I think it was, like, $2.39 or something. So I go over there and I'm like, oh my God, they have all these marked down. There's tons of them, right? So I'm thinking, okay, what can I fit in my deep freeze? So I'm grabbing them. All of a sudden, she's right on top of me, talking. Ow, this is such a good bargain deal. I've got to take this. I've got to get some of these, you know. So she's like putting her in her cart. And I'm trying hard not to laugh because she's just so funny. So, okay. So she keeps continuing to pop up on me everywhere we are. I go through the frozen food aisle. I go through the frozen food aisle and I turn the corner, right? I want to go get in line. I want to check out. And I notice, oh my gosh, the line is like all the way down the store, right? So I'm like pushing my little buggy along and I get to the end and I turn my cart around and I get myself situated and she's right there. She's right there talking to Harold. So there's an older couple in front of me and then she's behind me. And she's talking about Harold and their life and how he passed. And the couple in front of me are talking. And oh my God, I totally forgot what they said. Damn, I can't remember. But anyway, so the older couple in front of me, the guy was face forward and the lady was like sideways, like kind of half talking to me, half like dealing with her husband. And so she's like, she said something about Harold and the lady was like, and she turned around and face forward like, this woman's a wackadoo. So I get through the line and I leave my cart and I go to the restroom and I wash my hands really good because this poor little lady was like coughing the whole daggone time, right? I come back out and I bag up my groceries. And there she is. I go out to put the stuff in my truck, right? And she's parked right next to me. She's like, oh, why don't I take your cart for you? I could take your cart back up. And I was like, I could take your cart. Oh, no, honey, it's okay. I don't have anywhere I need to be. And so I get in my truck. She takes my cart. I get in my truck and I'm backing out to go. And she's like, wait, you forgot your quarter. I was like, oh, you can have it. And she's like, no, I don't need it. I'm not doing her justice. Yeah. So I talked to her about my YouTube channel in between before I got to the checkout. We had many conversations because she kept popping up right next to me the whole time. And I was going like down every aisle and looking at every little thing so I didn't forget anything, right? So yeah, she was a hoot. So I gave her my card and I said like, you need to get on my YouTube channel. And she said, oh, you mean the internet? And I was like, well, yeah, it's an app on the internet called YouTube. She said, oh, yeah, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. I fixed a leak in my sink from a YouTube video on the internet. Yeah. I mean, she was just as cute as she could be. You could tell she was just lonely. She just wanted somebody to talk to. She was so funny, though. I mean, she just kept popping up everywhere. She was so sweet, though. She really was. She was a hoot. She really was. And she told me all about Harold. And yeah, you meet all kinds. I hope she is on here. I really hope she is on here. That would be so cool. Because I told her, I was like, every Friday night we have this great group of women. We hang out. We have some guys. We chit chat. We have fun. I was like, you know, you should come on there. Like, you probably have fun. You know? I don't know if she is on here. Are you on here, Lorraine? I don't feel like she's on here. It'd be cool if she were, though. Yeah, so there's me running my mouth for the night. Oh, you guys. So, I'm working on... Does everybody know who Brittany Murphy is? The actress who died at 32? Yeah, I'm working on her and her husband, Simon Monjack. You guys, it's a tough one. Not tough. It's a sad one. It's really sad. Like, what's wrong, huh?
Just gonna see if I can fix the focus.
What, am I not in focus?
I don't know, some devices on the computer it's fine. On my phone it's like you move around.
Oh, it's because I move around, yeah.
It's the camera. It's
because I move around, yeah.
It's automatic focus.
Oh. Yeah, it's my fault. And I just
No, it's not your fault.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they both were young. I mean, he was 7 years older, 8 years older, but still, he's 40 freaking years old, right? And they both died of the same thing. You guys. It's scary. It's scary and it's sad. Yeah, so I've been working on that. Oh, wow. Who else did I work on this week? Trying to see. I can't remember. They all run together, y'all. And I hate that, but, you know, it's hard to remember it all. Oh, yeah, I did Susan LaRosa and Lisa White. Oh, hello, River Phoenix. He's another one. Like, yeah, he was definitely different. I mean, a good different, but he was different. They were investigating something. I wish I knew exactly what they were investigating. Let me just say that. Maggie, I loved her too. I really did. Like, you know, I frankly, quite frankly, I totally forgot that she was in Girl Interrupted. I totally forgot that, you know, and then it pops in my head, and then, you know, Eminem's show 8 Mile, she was in that. You'll have to watch the video to find out if he was murdered or overdosed. I do like the handsome ones. I do. You know, he was like River Phoenix. Who does he remind me of? He reminds me of like a young version of Heath Ledger almost. You know, but he was just so different. And when he comes through, he's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like he's just so innocent, you know, and naive. Yeah. And it's just so strange that he died from an overdose. I mean, because if you know anything about him, you know that, like, he was an activist, you know. He was all about, you know, vegan living, don't eat animals. He was all about doing what we can for the earth and the environment, you know. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one too, though. But yeah, Brittany Murphy. Y'all, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Hopefully nobody will, like, hunt me down and try to kill me or anything. That would suck. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. That would suck. I made this new recipe for dinner tonight. Oh, my gosh. It was so good. I don't like pork chops. I don't really eat pork. I have a love-hate relationship with bacon. Some days I love it and some days I hate it. I don't know, it's weird. So I bought pork chops to try this new recipe. It was so freaking good. Oh my God. It had soy sauce, and then I used sugar-free ketchup, soy sauce, garlic, honey. Yeah. It was so good. And I don't like pork, and it was really good. It tasted more like, it's like I couldn't taste the pork, you know? So I got burnt out on pork chops when I was little. My neighbors, if they made pork chops for dinner, they would literally bring over a bag of pork chops for me. I was a little fat thing, and I loved me some pork chops back then. I don't really like pork now, but yeah, I'll definitely ask her what they're investigating. I'm just like, I don't know, you know, like sometimes with some of these people, when I connect with them and I get information, it's kind of scary. Like, you know, I don't want like the wrong person to go crazy, you know, over what I have to say. So I kind of have to like, yeah, I don't know. I'm really worried about this one because of the situation. Yeah. They are, Pat. But you know what? If you check out, do you have an Aldi's near you, Pat? Because Aldi's has pork chops for like really reasonable. I was surprised because, you know, normally, like, they weren't the big, thick, huge ones, you know. But Aldi's got like a reasonable price on pork chops. I was really surprised. Yeah, sorry, I got off track, but it just, you know, sometimes there are just certain subjects that are tough. Hi, my unit. I already did Shanann Watts. I have a video on that. I would like to do, oh, you do have an Aldi's, Pat. Go there and get some pork chops when you can. I have like a bunch of cases that I want to do like follow-up connections when I have time. Yeah, when I get some time. No, I really, Baba Booey, hey, I saw your comments. How you doing? Welcome. Are you supposed to be Baba Booey from like, what was that dude's name on radio? The Grease Man. Baba Booey and the Grease Man. Grease Man was in DC. I know him. Is that the Baba Booey you're talking about? No, I do want to do her. I do want to do the Britney video. I'm just going to have to be careful, you know. Howard Stern, that's it. Duh. I don't know why I was saying Grease Man. Baba Booey. Oh, hey, Marvel. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You either love me or you hate me. It's kind of how it is. And, you know, I'm trying to build up that thick skin for people that are nasty. You know, I try really hard not to let it get to me. And hubby's been like, when he sees bad comments, he's been like deleting them for me. So I appreciate that. You know, because if I have like a rough day, you know, if I have a rough day and then I see a bunch of negative comments, you know, it's kind of hard sometimes, you know, but it's who I am. Wow, my unit, how weird. Okay, yeah, so I watched the Netflix show. That's crazy. Just such a sad case. Oh, you know, did everybody see where, like, Suzanne Morphew's brother, what is his name? Ken, is it Mormon? He got a search party together, and the cadaver dogs smelled like human scent or something, like as if a body had been there. I just kept feeling like it's not going to be that easy. Like, it's not going to be that easy. And there's a part of me that I'm thinking, you know, there's a part of me thinking that this could go on like through the winter, you know? I just feel like it's going to take a long time. I don't think it's something that, oh, they're just going to poof, be able to find her. You know what I mean? The person that abducted her and killed her put her somewhere where she couldn't be found easily. Yeah, and we all know who killed her, so, or who I think killed her anyway. I know, Pat, they are stupid, aren't they? Why? I don't know why people do that. If I click on a YouTube video, okay, and I don't care for it, I don't waste my time in the comments to say, oh, why do you do this? Why do you do that? Why do you say, you know what I mean? Like, I just click out. It's real simple. Like, I don't understand people. I just don't understand stupid people. Ugh, Kim, I bet. See, it's a good thing I don't live in Colorado, because I would probably be 24/7 trying to find her. It's terrible. Maybe do the mistress. What do you mean the mistress, my unit? I don't get what you're saying. Sorry, guys. I bounce back and forth so much. It's hard for me to keep up. Right, Ken? Well, we all know I'm not normal. I'm a little abnormal, but what's normal though, right? I'm far from being normal. Ask my family, they'll tell you that. I bet, Kim, you know, my husband would be in seventh heaven if we lived in Colorado. Me, on the other hand, I would be miserable. I don't like cold weather. I can't stand the cold. I'm so bummed because 6:30 here, it's getting dark. I'm like, no. Oh, I hate that. I hate the time change. I hate all that. I mean, Kim, trust, I'm sure it is gloriously gorgeous. It's just not my cup of tea. Wow. Pat, yeah. I click on videos all the time that are so stupid that I'm like, why is this coming up on my feed? You know? And I just click out. It's real simple. Oh, yeah. Somebody told me about Blind Spot. Oh, my unit. Oh, the mistress then. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. She knew exactly what was going on. She can say all day and all night, oh, my goodness, I had no idea. She was at the house. She knew. She knew. She knew. Yeah, I've heard of Blind Spot. I need to check her channel out. Oh, hey, Dawn. What's up, girlfriend? Yeah, I need to check out Blind Spot. Oh, so let me tell you this. I'm not going to go into any specifics because that's just not my style, but. So I was watching this video. It was live. And it had to do with a murder case that I actually did a video on. I'm not going into any specifics. So, wow. Yeah, that would be awesome, honey. So anyway, okay. Sorry, guys. See, I'm like so distracted. Okay. Okay. So I was on this live and people were commenting and they were kind of reading the comments and answering the questions, and they were interviewing somebody that was connected to this murder case. So I'm asking questions and saying, you know, I wish I could help you, you know, kind of like get in touch with me because I want to try to help you type of thing. And do you know, not one time they wouldn't read any of my questions. They wouldn't acknowledge anything that I was asking or saying. In fact, 2 other people asked after I asked the same stupid questions I asked, and they went over those. So then this psychic comes in, and he's a male, he's a guy. And immediately they were like, oh, hey, so-and-so, how are you? Right? So I'm like, what's up? And apparently I wasn't a part of their boys club or something. And so I was just chopped liver, and I was pissed. Like, I was mad. I wanted to really lay them out, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Tiki Tutu, hey, how are ya? I was like, no, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. I don't want to be, but I'm going to be. Pat, I don't know what it was, but I was taking it as like, you know, I'm not one of their cool little gangs and, you know, cool person in their group. You know what I mean? I was just pissed because I did a video on it, and I have some information that came through that I would like to get to someone connected to the case. Because when I connect with people and when I do these videos, y'all don't hear everything that I get. You know, I keep personal things personal, and I keep a lot of specific details, you know, so that if a family member or a police officer or detective, if they come to me and say, hey, you know, I saw your video that you connected, then I can say at that point, well, let me tell you what else I got. You know what I mean? Like, there's just a lot of like details and stuff that don't need to be out there. You know what I mean? I get stuff that, you know, I don't even know if the police know. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it just really, like, pissed me off. I was like, forget you. Oh, Kim. I didn't email you back? Oh, my God. Okay, Kim, I will get on that. I need to make myself a note again because I didn't do it before I left. You guys, I'm back to... I've got like a ton of readings to do this week. So backed up. So, yeah. I need to start scheduling again for like the next week. I get that too when I ask questions, but I don't donate and I'm not fun. Yeah, Pat. Me too, girl. Oh, no problem, Tracy. How's it going? I'm sorry, Kim. I didn't forget about you. Honest to God, I didn't. Vacation came really quick. And then I came back and ended up in the emergency room. And so I just started getting my shit together. So, Tiki Tutu, you missed it all, girl. We were talking about something that was in our hotel room at the Mirage, and we were talking about what happened at this restaurant in Vegas. There's a lot. You need to watch it, girl. There's a lot. It is rough after vacation. I need a vacation from my vacation. My husband needs a vacation. We need to go take a break somewhere. I would love to go to PA or maybe Baltimore. There's some really cool cemeteries there. It would be really cool to take a couple days and go check out Check out the local cemeteries up through there. My unit, oh, Janis Joplin rocks. Have you read her sister's book? You need to read that book. I started reading it after I connected with her and everything. I went to the used bookstore and found her sister's book. Holy crap. Like, I've learned so much about her from that, too, you know? Hey, Amanda, how's it going, girl? Hey, Dawn. I ended up getting a Chiari headache. It was bad. I had to go to the emergency room. It was so horrible. I had taken Benadryl. I had taken all my headache medicine. Nothing was cutting it. I get in there. He's like, okay, I'm going to give you Motrin, Tylenol, steroids, anti-nausea, Benadryl. It's going to knock it out. And I'm not kidding you. Within 20 minutes, I felt like a human being again. I mean, it was a horrible headache. Horrible one. I haven't had one like that in probably... It's been a couple of years. I used to get them so bad that I could be in the emergency room several times a week. I mean, that's how bad it was. Just horrible. But I've gotten them under control now, but that was a bad one. Teeny. Okay, so I was explaining, like, I won like 120, I won like 30, 50, and I would just keep, like, you know, I was telling him, like, the 120 bucks. I immediately go to the machine, I cash out, I put 20 of it into gambling money, and, you know, the rest of it goes towards eating and taxis and stuff. So yeah, I came home and I had like another $500 to $600 I could have spent if I needed it, but I didn't. And then I came home total with like $300. So, you know, it was better than coming home with zero. I didn't win big. My sister didn't win really big like she normally does. Normally, she's the one over there, you know, 300, 500, 700, 1,000, you know, where I get my little measly, oh, here's my $40, yay, you know. Y'all, though, you know, if I even win $5, I'm excited. Yeah. Oh, Kim, you get migraines, yuck. Those are not good. Oh, wow, you live near Gettysburg. Awesome. Yeah, I won more than I ever win, you know, like more times. But it was constantly like I would win and then I would end up, you know, spending it on a nice meal out or, you know what I mean? So I didn't come home broke, though, so that was a good thing. Because I've come home from Vegas broke a couple times, like to where it was the bottom of the bucket. I didn't have any more money. Bye, Raj. Take care, honey. Bye. Yeah. Oh, nickel slots, Pat. You're in the big leagues. Let me tell you what happened. So I sit down and didn't even realize that the machine I was playing, was it a $5 machine? Okay, I think that's what it was. I thought it was a 5-cent machine. And I pushed the button and my $20 was gone. And then I said, wait, what? Wait, where'd all my money go? And my sister's like, you only put $20 in. I'm like, yeah. $20 lasts me forever on, you know, on a penny machine. She's like, it's a $5 machine. I'm like, yeah, so. Needless to say, I will never, I will be cautious from here on out. I was like pissed. Like $20 was gone like that. I was so mad. Let's see. How do you close down in the off time? I really struggle with it. Not sure if it's my environment or just me, but sometimes I feel like I'm wide open with very little control over. So I have like boundaries, okay? So for spirit, like they know when it's okay to come through and when it's not. You know, if I'm going somewhere, if I'm going somewhere and I don't want to be bothered, you know, then I shut down. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of hard to explain. And I'm a pretty positive person most of the time, and I'm a pretty happy person most of the time. So if they try to come through, I'm just like, oh, no, that's not going to happen because I'm busy right now. You know what I mean? I think that just comes with time, Excuse me. Yeah, like it just takes time. It's just something you have to work on. You know what I mean? It wasn't always like that. I know, right, Pat? If I would have won, if I only would have won, that would have been awesome. Especially on a $5 freaking machine. Oh, yeah, Kim. They have a lot of those, like, here on the edge of DC, we have MGM National Harbor. And they have, like, a lot of those machines at MGM. And I know Vegas has a lot of them. But this particular machine, girl, you didn't have a choice. And after we realized and I got up, I was like, oh, crap. And I started looking around. It was like $5 machines, $1 machines. And I was like, shh, these are not my people. I'm in the wrong area over here. These are not my people. There's a woman sitting there and her, purse probably costs more than my body weighs. You know what I mean? So I was like, these are not my people. So I quickly got over to the 1 cent machines, to the penny machines where my people were. Yeah, I was saying, like, by the last day I was there, I was sick of slot machines, and you get to the airport and there's slot machines everywhere and people are playing and I'm like, ugh, Yeah. Yeah, I need to go to Gettysburg for sure. This is like the perfect time of the year. If I could just talk the hubby into taking off a couple days, we could go to Gettysburg. I know, right? Look, Ken. So whenever we go to Manassas, there's the Manassas National Battlefield for the First Battle of Manassas. And there's like a road that runs like in front of it. No lie. Almost every time, without a doubt, if I look into the woods, I'll see a soldier. At least one. Sometimes I see tons of them, but it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, that's true, honey. So if you see, in the beginning, you told the spirit that you were closed and they didn't know what time was. Yeah, that was the interesting thing. They don't have a concept of time. I don't know if that's, people at different points in their transition, or I don't know exactly. But they don't, when they're alive, they understand time, but when they're gone and they're in spirit, it's like they don't understand time. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of bizarre. Yeah, I don't need a ghost tour. I could take those tour guides on a couple ghost tours that they would never forget. I remember, honey, where were we? I don't know where we were. But we went to like this little museum or something, and they were like telling us, oh, this happened here and that happened here. And I was like seeing totally different stuff. Yeah. The people were probably like, can we just please get this stupid white woman over here out of here quickly now? Because my husband would be like, no, my wife saw blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh my God, they hate me. I know they hate me. I know they hate me. I know it. It was funny. Yeah, being in all that fighting, you are not kidding. Like, I can't remember this place that I'm talking about, but we went there and I touched the tree. It was the worst. Like, there were like soldiers with like missing limbs and screaming and crying for their mom, and it was horrible. That part is really bad. It's really, really bad. Oh, bye, Marvel. Take care. Come back next Friday. We'll be here. Night, honey. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, they don't have time. They just don't have a concept of it. But it's weird because when I ask them about when they're alive, they totally understand. You know, they put it into perspective and they get time when they're alive, but when they're gone, they don't understand. It's crazy. Yeah, I've had a lot of those, my unit, unfortunately. I've had a lot of different types of spirits. Trust me. That one that we don't mention, that J moron guy. There you go, Amanda. Yeah, but it's... Oh, are you talking about... Ken, are you talking about Dumfries? Dumfries, Virginia? We have a Dumfries, Virginia. A tour of an orphanage. Oh, God. That's probably so sad. Yeah, see, there's certain things that I just... I don't know if I could... From, like, an emotional standpoint, I don't know if I could handle, like... Because, you know, yeah, I'd love to go to, like, sanatoriums and places like that. But then there's a part of me that's like, do I really want to go there? You know, and feel everything and hear everything and see everything? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Dumfries, Virginia. Yeah. My niece lives in Dumfries. That's funny. Yeah. That's cool. I believe that, Tiki. I believe you're right. Because, like I said, when I connect with them, they understand if you put it into perspective from when they were alive. Like, they'll understand, you know, and they'll talk about, oh, the last week of my life or the last day. You know what I mean? Like, they totally get it when it comes to that. But if I then say to that same spirit, you know, if I were to say to them, okay, I'm going to come talk to you again in about an hour, they would be like, okay. You know, they're like confused, like, oh my gosh, let me tell you something funny. So it probably would exhaust me. True, Amanda. I know it would. I know it would. It's kind of like if I walk into a room and there's a bunch of people sitting in there, I can feel everything and see everything and hear it. Like, I can feel all their pain, if they're depressed, if they're happy, if they're sad. I can feel all that at one time. It's really hard. Like, we were going to this church one time, and it was like 1,000 people in there. And it was hard for me to walk in there. Like, it was a lot. Yeah. So hubby was outside walking the dog, which you can probably hear her downstairs barking her full head off at something she thinks she sees outside. It's probably the stupid skunk that's loose in the neighborhood. Anyway, so one of our neighbors said to him, yeah, the Holocaust Museum, honey, yeah, no way. Remember, I tried to go to the Holocaust Museum. It was bad. It was a lot. But anyway, so we have this guy, and he's like 18, 19, our neighbor. He lives with his parents, and he said to my husband, he said, can I ask you a personal question? And hubby was like, sure. And he's like, I see those lights upstairs sometimes at night, those big lights. What do you do? And my hubby was like, oh, you know, it's for my wife. She has a YouTube channel. And yeah, it was just funny. Sorry, guys. You know what, Kim? It depends. Like, sometimes when I talk to them, I feel like they grasp it and like they understand how long they've been gone. But realistically, I don't know if they really do. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like they don't have any concept. Like, a minute's the same as 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, there's no... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. Yeah, concentration camp? Oh, heck no. There have been times when I was like, you know, I really want to go there. But I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't. Because I went to the Holocaust Museum. And we had family in town, and they had never been to the Holocaust Museum, so they wanted to go. And, like, there's a room with shoes. I mean, hundreds of shoes of people that most likely died, right? I remember just being like, it was tough. That place was horrible. Like, oof, it was bad. Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. I cry at sad commercials too. I feel you. I feel you bad. I'm horrible with that. Ugh, I'm so bad with that. I mean, I just can't help it. Like, so if a dead family member is with, does that mean all the time? Oh, like if I see someone that's passed around you? Is that what you're asking? Nope. I tried. I emailed Sloan. I haven't heard back from her. I think I would probably have a hard time with stuff like that too, Kim. And yeah, my hubby was saying, and I've mentioned this in my videos, a lot of times spirits come through and they talk so flippin' fast that it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just record speed. And I'm like, you have to slow down. You need to slow down. And they even have it like, it takes them a little bit of time to understand what I'm saying to them, if that makes sense. So yeah, they have no concept of time. Oh, what is this here? My unit, my son comes and goes. So I think what you're asking, my unit, so like a lot of times I'll see, yeah, okay. A lot of times I'll see like even if somebody comments and they'll say, oh my gosh, you know, I miss my husband or whatever. I don't know how to explain it other than I can see their loved one around them. So when I say like someone's with you, they're with you, they're around you. And I don't mean that literally. It's not as if they're around you 24/7, 365 days a year. But they're definitely like around you, keeping track of you, visiting, checking it, you know what I mean? I don't know of, I don't think I know of even one case where someone is like there all the time. You know what I mean? I don't think that's possible. Yeah, a lot of them don't know they're dead. Very true. Yeah, a lot of times it takes them, you know. I mean, I've even like connected with spirit and okay, so I've connected with a spirit and asked them to talk to me about specific things and such. And they're like, I've connected with spirit that they had no earthly idea what I was talking about. Like, yeah. Kid. Okay, be careful. Be careful. Go get Max. Oh, okay. So, but spirits you speak to, do they hang around you after you are done talking to them? Some of them do, yeah. I have many spirits that I've done readings for people and works on cases, and they'll just pop in periodically, you know. Just kind of like, a lot of times they literally just pop in, I see them, they acknowledge me, I acknowledge them, and then they're gone. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times they'll hang around. If they have something important to say, they may stay around, come back and such, you know. But yeah, a lot of them just pop in from time to time. Do they see everything? Okay. All right. I gotcha. Okay. For example, if you're a daddy's girl and your daddy passes away, no, daddy does not see you having sex. No. Is that what you mean? No, they have, you know, spirits have the ability to be there or not be there, look or not look. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they don't see like that kind of stuff, you know? I know what you're talking about though, girl. My son was with me constant for like the first 6 months. Yeah, that happens a lot, Kim. More times than not, you know, they'll be around a lot and then they kind of like taper off, you know, and just check in from time to time type of thing. That happens a lot. I think it's just kind of like not just a comfort for you, but a comfort for them. You know, they're trying to get used to their new environment, just like you're trying to get used to life without them, you know? Yeah. I'm so sorry about your son. That sucks. Yeah, right, Tiki. It's not. I mean, all right, did Max come back? Oh, good, Ken. Okay, Max came back. And you hear my little motor mouth down there barking her full head off. Hey, Julia, how's it going, girl? Hey, Leah, hey. I was thinking about you the other day. I was in the ER for a friggin' Chiari headache, and I was like, Leah. Oh, hey, Darlene, you back now, honey? Yeah, I'm so sorry, Kim. Wow. My unit. I got you, girl. Yeah, I know. I mean, I get what you mean. But yeah, no, they, you know, they know when to be around and when not to be around, you know. Oh, this time of year sucks. Time change, it's getting cold. Ugh. It's so dark now, and the time it doesn't even change until what, November or something. It's horrible. Gosh, I need some more. That was the other thing. I did really good in Vegas. I drank water, and I drank a lot of unsweet tea. But there are so many places out there, their tea is so strong. Like, I had to put, like, Splenda in it. And I think I had 2 Diet Pepsis, but I didn't have any Diet Ginger Ale. And Diet Ginger Ale, I'm a Diet Ginger Ale, Canada Dry Diet Ginger Ale addict. So for me not to drink those when I was out there, I was proud of myself. I haven't had them. I tried to drink one when I was sick a couple weeks ago, and it was too sweet. I don't even have any desire for them anymore. You have a ghost cat? Oh, Ken. Really, Ken? Wow. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Do you have any animals that have passed? It could be one of your animals that have passed. Aw, your mom, my unit. I feel your pain. Aw. Aw. Wow. That's cool, Ken. That's cool, Pat. Way to go, Kim. That's cool. That's good. At least you still feel them around. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't feel anything evil, Kim. Oh, I'm not a drinker. No. But let me tell you, I had, while I was there, I'm not a big drinker, but I did have It wasn't a pina colada because they don't make the pina coladas on the floor anymore at the casinos. I don't know why. But it tasted like a pina colada. Like she put everything in it, you know. It was so good. I had 2 of those, you know, and they're like this big. And then I said to my sister, let me go up to the bar right here and I'll buy us a drink, because we were going to go out on the strip and it was like 100 degrees. And I was like, let me go get us a drink and we'll take it out on the strip, because we were walking down the strip and it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like 100 degrees. So she said, get me whatever. So I said, okay, 2 pina coladas. And so I pull out $20. It was $38 for 2 drinks like this big. I said, you got to be shitting me, really? I about had a nervous breakdown. I grabbed them drinks and I gave my sister hers, and I said, we are not ordering from there ever again. Leah, Trump and cover. You know, I just... I don't know. I hope he's okay. And it's not because I love Trump. If it were Biden, I'd be saying the same damn thing. In fact, I'm just so pissed about Biden at this point. I can't even see straight. Like, his family needs to knock the shit off, and they need to let the guy frickin' retire. I feel bad for the guy. I honest to God feel bad for the guy. If you notice, he has that shuffle. When people have Alzheimer's or dementia, they get this shuffle walk, right? And if you watch him when he walks to the podium, he shuffles like someone that has Alzheimer's or dementia. And he has all the signs. And it just pisses me off that they're not... Bye, Darlene. Have fun at the gym, honey. Work out for me, because the Lord knows I need it. Yeah. I saw my deceased dog running down. Oh, wow. Wow, Tiki. That's cool. I see, you know what? You know who I see all the time? I see my ferret named Farah. She disappeared at some point. We don't know what the hell happened. She was here one day and literally gone a couple hours later. To this day, we don't know what happened. I see her in here running around, scurrying around. So when my husband's mom died, she had a cat named Baby, who was a white, she had blue eyes, she was white, Persian, or I don't know. But anyway, she was such a good kitty. We took her. Her name was Baby. And she ended up disappearing. I think she ran off to die. She got out. And I see her here all the time. Not all the time, but I do see her here in this house. It's funny when I see her. Yeah. $12 for a Bloody Mary? That's insane. All it is freaking tomato juice with a little bit of alcohol in it. Right? Ooh, what's a Malibu Bay Breeze? What's that? Because, like, I like to drink Sex on the Beach. I really like that drink. It's a really good drink. I don't do the shots. D-Minor! Who you barking at? I don't do the shots, but I like the drink. It's so good. What is a Malibu Bay Breeze, though? I really want to know. Aww, your youngest kitty is it Babe or Baby? Is it Baby? Maybe you guys should have animals. We got animals for sure. We have a cat. Let me tell you, my cat's such a weirdo. So if I'm like upstairs and someone comes to the door, rings the doorbell, the cat will come into me and growl. She comes scurrying in like she's scared to death, and she's growling like a dog. And I'm always like, somebody's at the door, you know? Our doorbell, I guess it's not, oh, that's the other thing. The other day, 3 o'clock in the morning, something woke me up out of a dead sleep. And I'm like, was that the doorbell? And hubby had left the TV on, so I was like, oh, it's probably just a commercial. So I'm laying there kind of trying to go back to sleep, and I hear it again. am I hearing the doorbell? And trying to go back to sleep, I hear it again, right? So it's like my doorbell will work some, but if you keep pushing it, it like, you can hear some of it, you can't hear some of it. So when I finally realized, shit, I think somebody's at my door, it's like, I don't know, 20 minutes later. And I'm like, Mark, somebody's at the door. He's like, what? Like, get up, honey, there's somebody at the door. So I come into the front and look down, to see if I can see who it is. And it looks like somebody has a hat on. Somebody's sitting there with a hat on. And I'm looking outside in we have like an overflow lot. And I'm looking to see if I see my son's car, thinking maybe it's my son, right? But he has a key. And I don't see his car. So hubby goes down there and he's like, who are you? What do you want? And the guy's like, oh, I went to basic training with you. And Mark's like, I went to basic training like 40 years ago, dude. Now, meaning this guy wasn't 40 years old, And he's like, no, remember the bonfire? And he's saying all this crap. And hubby's like, no, you've got the wrong house. And the guy's like, oh, and he's ringing the doorbell. No, this is the right house. He's like, no, you've got the wrong house. Keeps going on and on and on. So Mark's like, call the cops. So I call the non-emergency number and I'm telling him. And while I'm on the phone, you can hear him ringing the doorbell and they can hear it on the phone, So it was probably like, got off the phone with the cops and hubby said he's not out there anymore. And I look out from up here and look down again, and there's a lady with a pit bull walking by. And I'm thinking, who in the right mind is out at night at 3 o'clock in the morning walking their damn dog, right? So it was probably not even 5 minutes later, the cops come. And the police officer's like, he has this flashlight and you can see the whole freaking world with this. So he's flashing it down the street, across the street, because we have like woods. On the other side of the overflow lot, we have like a wooded area. So he's like shining it up there, and he's like, okay, I think, did the guy have a do-rag on? And I was like, I don't know. All it looked like was he had a hat on. And he's like, okay, because there was a guy down the street talking to this lady walking a dog who had a do-rag on, and he was high as a kite. So he's like, let me go check the back of your house. So he walks around and checks everywhere, and he comes back around. He says, I think it's that guy, hopefully he's just going to go on his merry way, call us back if he comes back. Well, fortunately, he didn't come back, because it was a freaking nightmare, though. 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's like ringing the doorbell obsessively. Oh, babe, like the pig. Aww. Yeah, 3 o'clock in the friggin' morning. And so I'm telling my neighbor this on Facebook, and she's like, it couldn't have been that night, because I had to go to the airport to drop my son off, and we came outside at 3 o'clock in the morning. Really? Because guess what? I think I know what time it was, because my ass was the one that got woken up, okay? Sorry. I have like a love-hate relationship with this one particular neighbor. I try really hard with her. I try so hard. I try really hard to be nice. Oh, it wasn't Facebook. I don't have Facebook. It was, what is that? Neighbor. Anyway, we were having a conversation on there, and she's like, oh, no, it could have been that morning, because I had to get up, and I came outside at 3 o'clock, and he wasn't there. And I was like, what? You think I'm lying to you? Call the police, they'll tell you. Ugh. People like that get on my damn nerves. You're gonna go mix a drink? Oh my god. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see this. Okay, Malibu rum, orange juice, and cranberry. Ooh, I bet that is good. I bet that is good. My thing is, like, so my sister and I wanted to go to this Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? What's his name? It's right on the tip of my tongue. From Nickelodeon. Oh, bye, Teeny. Bye. The two guys from Nickelodeon. The two black kids from Nickelodeon. He's overweight. The other one's skinny, and they're funny as crap. Well, they have a place called Good Burgers down on the strip. and they serve these supposedly amazing pina coladas. We're walking down the strip, and these two black guys are coming towards us, and I was like, what is that drink? And he was like, it's pina colada. I'm like, where'd you get it from? He's like, Good Burgers, right down there. And I was like, oh, thank you. He's like, oh, it's really good. Yeah, Keenan and Kel, exactly. So we go up there, and of course I'm like, welcome to Good Burgers, you know, trying to act like I know how to do it. Hey, honey, what are you laughing at?
Keenan and Kel, I love them.
Yeah.
Hey, you should go to the store and buy that after you get done.
No, not tonight.
What, for that drink?
I know. I'll buy some tomorrow. My husband's trying to convince me to go to the ABC store to get stuff to make a drink tonight. I'm like, no, do it tomorrow. But anyway, so we get down there, and when she's pouring it, I'm like, you could tell it was like nothing but sugar. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I'm going to feel like crap, you know, because I'm diabetic, and, you know, I didn't need that much sugar, you know. So I ended up not getting one, but I'm sure it was amazing, because that black guy, he was like, girl, you need to get you one. It is so good. I was like, it looks really good. We ran into like some really nice people, though. I will say that. Like, that's the thing with my sister and I. We can talk to anybody, you know. I mean, we're both like that, you know. So we always make friends wherever we go. I mean, yeah, we were talking to like a bunch of different people, and yeah, having a good old time. Yeah, Keenan and Kel. There you go, my unit. We should do that next. That's what we should do next Friday night. Everybody come on here, and we'll all have a drink, and we'll do a little happy hour. That would be fun. Belskra, hey girlfriend, how are you? That's what we should do, is a happy hour. Okay, so here's the other thing. I'm trying to figure out. I love doing my Friday night lives. But I'd also maybe like to have another night or day, maybe like on a Saturday afternoon or something. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, still trying to figure it all out. All right, let me go back up here because I'm like behind. I don't even know. What were you asking, Julia? Are you not allowed to see certain things as a psychic, like personal things? I mean, there are things. Okay, so like if I'm doing a personal reading for somebody, and let's say I was able to see like their demise was coming soon, like they were going to die soon. That's not something that I will go into, you know. Balskray, you got COVID. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, are you having like really bad symptoms, honey? Like, I mean, is it really bad? I know that some people are getting it like really bad, and then other people are fortunate it's just like mild cases. Are you okay? Two weeks from, oh no, you're having surgery, Dawn? I will pray for you. I'll pray for you. You're going to be okay. Oh, I was just saying earlier, you know, President Trump is at Walter Reed for the weekend because they're giving him some kind of like cocktail of antibodies and stuff, and it can have like bad side effects or something. So they had to admit him and just keep an eye on him because he's older. And because he's like 40 pounds overweight or something, I'm thinking, good God, like, he's 40 pounds overweight. What am I? You know what I mean? Like, I'd be dead for sure. Yeah. Wow. You're in the hospital for 3 days. Oh, no. Wow. Jeez. Ugh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. That sucks so bad. Yeah, I don't generally, like, when I come in here, He did, Ken, like, that was like a couple months ago. He was taking some medication that supposedly helped as like a preventative thing, and then I guess he stopped taking it, and then his employee got COVID the other day from her family, and then she brought it in to the White House, and then a bunch of people got it because of her, or a couple people. Daggone, Belsker, that sucks. Yeah, see, I don't generally, so when I'm on here talking to you guys, I don't generally like get a lot because I don't tune into it unless I need to. Like, a girl was in here earlier and she was asking questions about her job, and I was explaining, oh, I don't really like to do readings when I'm in here, and I just like to relax, but I was getting stuff, so of course I told her. So yeah, I don't get it, like, I don't get anything because I kind of block it out. I know, Ken, and you know, I hope that this is a learning lesson for everybody out there to wear a freaking mask. It's ridiculous. Just put a freaking mask on. The entire time I was in Vegas, with the exception of if we were on the strip and there were people around, we left our mask on. If there was nobody around us, we took our mask off. But the majority of the time, you know, we had our masks on, inside and outside. Like, and I just, frankly, I just got used to it. Even though it was 100 degrees outside, you know, just got used to it. Oh, wow, he has asthma too? Well, shit, that sucks. Maggie has COVID? Where's Maggie? Did I miss that? Oh, you got it really bad. Wow. Are you better now, Maggie? Ugh. Oh my gosh, Belsker, that's horrible. That's like seizure. 105. I'm surprised you didn't start having seizures. Ugh, my unit, I feel your pain. I'm considered high risk, you know, because I have a shunt on my brain, and if I get a specific type of illness, it can go straight to my brain and kill me. So, plus I'm overweight, plus I smoked until I quit in 2010. So I'm sure I have damage from that, you know. If I get it, I'm probably just going to have to kiss my ass bye-bye because I'm down. I'll live through it. Yeah, it is scary. Oh, good, Maggie. I'm glad you're better, though. Jeez. My sister has really bad asthma. So I was really concerned about being in Vegas with, you know, 105-degree temperatures and having to wear a mask, but she did really good because we didn't stay outside a lot, you know. Normally we do, but we kept ducking into casinos and cooling off and then going back out, you know. Oh, shoot. That is so sad. I am so sorry. Damn. It is dangerous. I'm diabetic too, and it's really scary. Let me tell you, when I got on the airplane, I'm not kidding. I got on the airplane and I took out my antibacterial wipes and I wiped the whole seat down, the table, in front of me, behind me, up above me. I put my suitcase up there. When I pulled my suitcase down, I wiped it down. Like, I didn't take my mask off one time on the way there because my mentality was, if I get COVID and get to Vegas, it's going to be hell being sick, being in a hotel in Vegas. And I could end up in the hospital and then I'd be screwed. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm not taking this mask off for anything. So then I get down there and, you know, I was really good about keeping my mask on because I was really afraid of getting sick. And then coming back, I did the same daggone thing. I wiped everything down. But I will tell you this. So when I flew out of Baltimore, flight stopped in Georgia, and everybody but me and 10 other people got off. And then the plane, you know, a load was coming back on. Well, these three guys, okay, they come in. The one guy has like a sprayer with a wand, and he literally sprayed the walls, the ceiling, everything. There was a guy behind him that used a rag to wipe it all down, and he had like a bag over his shoulder filled with clean rags, and then he had a bag over here that he put the dirty rag in, pull a new one out. I mean, they cleaned the crap out of that plane. And then the guy behind him had a trash bag and went through and picked out all the trash. And then the guy with the trash bag pulled out all the safety papers and sprayed them, wiped them all down, put them back, threw away the paper towels, went to the next row. I mean, they cleaned that plane from top to bottom. I was really impressed, you know, because I was like, ugh, are they going to even bother? I was really impressed. And then people got on the flight and we took off, and then we stopped in Vegas. A bunch of people got off and a bunch of people went on to California, but I was impressed with Southwest. I mean, they cleaned the crap out of those planes. I saw it with my own eyes. And I was talking to the one flight attendant, and she said, oh yeah, she said, I wouldn't be working for a company if they weren't being this safe. She's like, you know, I don't want to die, you know? So yeah. Whew. I know, right, Ken? My sister texted me about 2 hours ago, and she's like, I'm getting all these emails for free hotels in Vegas again. I was like, already? She's like, yeah. And I said, girl, I need to save some money. And she's like, oh no, you just need to come out here and hang out. We don't need to go to Vegas again yet. You need to come out here at the beginning of the year and hang out. And I was like, yeah, we'll see. Because, you know, you never know with the Midwest. I mean, they could get a freaking back-to-back blizzards out there. You never know. Yeah, I know, Pat. I feel you. Yeah, you were so lucky you didn't have a seizure. Oh my gosh, girl. Ugh, that sucks, my unit. That's hard. Oh, nebulized hydrogen peroxide. That's pretty smart. Oh my gosh, you touched your face hanging out. Are you kidding? That is so scary. That's so scary. Wow, that's so scary. Oh my gosh. You know, when COVID first started, we were so good about, you know, when my hubby would go get the groceries and bring them back, I would, you know, disinfect all the bags, pull everything out, disinfect it, wipe it all down, then put it away, you know, and we would, you know, gloves off, mask off, clean, you know what I mean? Like, we were so good if we got a delivery, and I just haven't been doing that lately, and I probably should be, you know? Aw, well, I'm glad you get to see your baby again. That's so sad. I'm glad you're okay, because COVID scares the crap out of me. I said this from the very beginning. I've had this feeling. It started back in February of like something. I don't know, something that's going to go down that's big. Something bad's going to happen. I've had that since February, and it hasn't gone away. And it's probably gotten like a little bit stronger even. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's COVID. I don't know if it's another horrible tragic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is. I'm not seeing any horrible tragedy happening at this point. But I feel it. I don't know how to explain it. I feel it. I just feel it. Tiki Tutu or any other family. My sister has that. She has a lot to where she'll know before the phone rings. Like, she knows her phone's going to ring and she knows who it is, you know? When I got off my plane, I flew Southwest. And my sister had gotten in like, I don't know, 45 minutes before me. I get off the plane. I'm the first one off the plane because I was sitting up front. And I get off and I see my sister, and then I see her husband. And I lost it. I started crying. Her husband died this year in December. It'll be 8 years ago. And I started bawling, and I'm like, I saw Dan. And she's like, where? And I'm like, right here. And she's like, oh. Yeah. Yeah. Pat, I agree. Like, everybody keeps saying like, oh, till we get back to a new normal. There's not going to be a new normal. You know what I mean? we're not ever going to get back to that. This is normal. You know what I mean? Because as soon as COVID-19, as soon as they have a vaccine, and not everybody's going to take the vaccine, so it's still going to be floating around, and then they're going to come out with COVID-20. You know what I mean? Like, this is never, it's never going to be over, I fear. And like I said, I don't know why I feel this way. I don't know why I feel this gloom and doom. I don't know. I sure hope I'm wrong and it's just some weird thing, but I don't think I am. Like, I mean, seriously, think about it. Think of all the people out there. There's so many people out there that won't get their kids vaccinated because they think that vaccinating their kids causes autism. I don't know a lot about that aspect of it, other than a few little things that I've read, you know, and forgive me if I'm ignorant about autism, but I think what I read said that vaccinations doesn't cause autism. Ken, you probably know more about this than I do. But so you're going to have that same concept, you know, in grown adults. People have already been saying, oh, I don't trust a vaccine. If that president comes up with, I don't trust him. You know what I mean? We're already seeing that, like, in the news. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, you know, they've already stated, if a vaccine comes out, they don't trust it. Because Trump's president, I don't know. Like, I don't know the reason why. But it just sucks. Like, you know, because there are going to be adults that won't get the vaccine. So this thing is still going to be out there. You know what I mean? It's not going to just, oh, poof, it's gone away. I mean, think about the flu. Wintertime's coming. When is flu the worst? Flu season in the wintertime, right? Here on the East Coast, you know, that's when the flu gets bad. So how is this virus any different? You know what I mean? And if people aren't going to take the vaccination when it comes about because they're afraid it's going to cause other issues, then it's going to continue to go around. Yeah. Yeah, they were saying, yep, Patsy, they were saying there's like, there's like two different types of COVID. There's a more serious type and there's a less serious type or something, and that they're seeing more of one of them now than they did at the beginning. I don't know. I don't know. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Yeah, just like the flu, right? Yeah, I mean, my unit, if you're talking about like me doing a reading with you, if I do a complete reading, then it's whatever comes out, you know? But yeah. Oh, thanks, Ticky Doo Doo. Yeah. It was a rough time 8 years ago. Yeah. I look pale. It could be. Do I look pale? It could be my, my ever struggle to find foundation. So, like, I have sensitive skin, but I don't usually break out that bad. I didn't even have a pimple until I was pregnant with my son. Like, I had, like, perfect skin all through school. Everybody was always like, your skin is so perfect. You know, I was just a dumb kid. Like, I was like, whatever. But before I went to Vegas, I went and I said, look, I went to Ulta and I said, I need to get this Laura Geller powder foundation. And they're like, oh, we don't sell Laura Geller anymore. And I'm like, really? Because when I looked it up online, it came up Ulta, and they're like, yeah, we don't have a contract with her anymore. And I'm like, why? What'd she do? And the guy was like, what? It was a young kid. I'm sorry. So he suggested a specific type of foundation. And, you know, they can't do testings anymore to see if it matches your skin, obviously, because of COVID. So I go over and this lady comes over and she's like, oh, you should try this. So it's the Something Born This Way. Is it Tarte or I don't know. It's some expensive foundation. And she's like, oh, you know, it's wintertime, so your skin's going to get paler. So this is probably perfect for you. Maybe I look like a ghost. Maybe it's not the right color. But I have all these lights on me too, so if I look pale, I hope I'm not getting sick because that would really suck. Oh.
Oh, shit.
My God. I'm watching my husband as he almost falls and hurts himself. He just turned two of the lights off. That's a lot cooler.
I'm so pale. We're not talking to the dead anymore.
Shut up. Hello, I hear you. Come here. Did you hear my kitty? She's so vocal. If hubby takes the dog out for a walk, she sits by the front door and screams. She's like a really vocal cat. And she sits by the front door and she screams. She gets so mad. She's like, I want my daddy back. Oh, really, Ken? I mean, that, yeah, with the MMR. Okay. See, you know more about it than I do. Oh, wow, you too. We just started like trying to quote prep. I mean, just trying to make sure we have enough food and water on hand if something were to happen again, you know? Yeah. Wow. Oh, thanks, Chicky Tutu. Thank you. I tried NYX, NYX. It doesn't work for me. I have like the driest skin, you know? But my sister-in-law, she gave me a gift card for a facial, and because of COVID, I haven't been able to do it, but I'm looking forward to that. I want to go have it done because I think that'll help a lot, you know? I'm getting older and my skin's looking like crap, and I love NYX's eyeliner for sure. Me too. I love that. I don't use eyeliner that often. So fun fact about me, my eyes water like crazy. After I was diagnosed with Chiari, it was like my eyes just constantly pour. Like once they start, like right now they're not doing it, but when it starts, it won't stop. And they just keep like watering and watering. So no matter what eyeliner I have on, it just ends up all over my face and my mascara. And so I don't wear too much eyeliner anymore, but I used to. Yeah, Pat. See, I feel you. I'm like that. I'm really fair complected. But the difference is I used to be able to go outside in the summertime and I would get like this, you know, golden brown tan, you know. But now I wear, excuse me, makeup with SPF in it, and I don't want to get skin cancer, so I don't get a golden, bronzy looking tan anymore. So I'm like white as a ghost all the time. Yeah, Too Faced, Born This Way. That's right, Maggie. That's exactly what it is. And it costs a fortune. I mean, I like it okay. Like, it's definitely, I can't stand like thick foundation or heavy foundation. I can't handle that. So it's actually nice because you can't really feel it on your skin, but it's nice to where if I wanted to put another coat of it on, I could if I was going out somewhere fancy or something, you know, but I don't know. I used to use MAC. I used the kind for dry skin in the tube and I loved it, but it just started like settling in my lines. I started getting wrinkles, you know, because I'm getting wrinkles, I'm getting old. I mean, you know, it's part of life. So, oh, see you, my unit. See you next Friday. See, Pat, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like once I was diagnosed with Chiari, it's like something shut off in my brain. My eyes, when they start, they just won't stop. I don't know. Because I was asking my sister, like, if she has problems with it, and she's like, no. So I was like, okay, yeah, it's just me then. Oh, bye, Amanda. Bye, sweetie. See you next Friday. Yeah, I'm going to get off here too, guys. I'm realizing what time it is about now. I need to go chillax and chill out. Yeah. Okay, Bellscraw, you need to take care of yourself for sure, honey. Trent, what is this? Trentanoan? What is it, Bellscraw? What is that? Is that like a moisturizer? What is it? Yes, I was actually tested for glaucoma. I have really thick, bye Ken. I have really thick pans, my eye pans or whatever, but I don't have glaucoma. Oh, guys, I'm so glad I had so much fun. I had so much fun. I can't wait till next Friday night. I missed you guys. You know what? I thought about you on Friday night too. I did. Bye, guys. Me too, Baba Booey. Bye.